G'day, guys. Indian Jack here
What up?
on the Brother Boxing podcast. We're still after a new name, so make sure you shoot through some suggestions. Hey, Jack,
Yo.
you watched that new Tiger documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched
Have
one
you watched it?
episode.
I started it last night.
Yeah.
It's
He's
interesting.
weird, man. Have you, how many, how
I
far
think
out?
we watched 2 episodes last
Yeah.
night.
That's fucking weird,
Fucking
man.
insane.
Amy's like, tell me about it. And I'm like, okay. Like, thinking like he's going to be he's actually clever.
What's
like,
the gay guy's name?
Aren't they all gay? Or
What?
aren't they all gay? Isn't it like,
You know,
two?
you got one that's like, he's got heaps of chicks, and then he thinks he's like Jesus.
is that the
That-
main guy
I
with
th-
the blonde hair?
No, I don't,
Cut.
he's not the main guy. Is it? No, who's that guy?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, him, not him.
I don't know his name.
There's him, and then there's like his
His mate.
His
who's
mate,
gay.
yeah. Yeah.
With no teeth. Lost all the teeth. Yeah.
boyfriends.
Yeah, his boyfriend.
Yeah, and then there's another line trainer as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're all,
there's
like,
yeah. Oh, maybe you haven't seen it. There's
they're all spooning.
yeah, that one. He's like the one he's learnt off.
Yeah.
As he's got like his own like heaps of blocks of land, and he's got all of his chicks living in houses, and they've got tigers in their front yard and shit. And he's saying, one of them was saying, if you're like if I think you're worthy of being my wife, you become enlightened and you're on my level and shit. Yeah.
Wait, is that the main guy?
Nah,
Nah,
that's
so it's not
he's
that
the,
guy,
one- the
yes.
guy he's learning off. Yeah, the main guy just has 2 boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've only like sort of seen a bit, and I was sort of like in and out while I was watching it. But and then there's like what is it? No, they're not Peter. It's like a.
Yeah, the crazy chick. Oh, that's right. Have you seen that?
And she's like, we need a like.
Have you
care
seen how she's accused of feeding her
Nah.
husband to the tigers?
Yeah, see, I haven't gone that far, but I've been told about it, and I'm like, whoever this chick is, man,
Yeah,
she's like, even before hearing that, I'm like, she's just as freaking weird,
Yeah.
as this
As
bloke.
the other.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
She did it. She
Yeah.
100% did it. 100%. Even when she's talking about it, she always looks away, or she's like, "I didn't do it." Like, she fucking did it. She fucking did it.
she's smiling about it.
And the coppers back then like didn't follow through enough with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I absolutely reckon.
I don't know. I've just got this thing with like shows like that, even like those serial killers. Like, I hate them. I hate them. I watch it and I just hate them. And then everyone's like, you got to watch this. This is sick.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching it, just going, nah.
Yeah.
Like, but he's crazy. I'm like, nah,
Don't care.
I'd fucking kill him.
Yeah.
It just gets me rolled up.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching that guy, I was just like, you know what? As much as he's weird and,
Oh, he's
just,
an
like, off the
entertainer.
charts. Yeah. But he's clever, man. He's
Yeah.
got podcasts. Like, he's
Yeah.
doing all. He's
Got
got
heaps of shit.
that country album or whatever. Oh, that's so bad. But like, he's creating like lots. But is he a drug dealer as well?
No, there's another one.
Oh,
who-
okay.
oh, I don't think he's a drug dealer,
See.
but there was another one that used to be a drug dealer, like big
Yeah.
time, and then apparently came good, and now he runs his own zoo.
Yeah.
There was a thing there where apparently they were catching snakes, cutting them open, putting bags in them, and then stitching them back up. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they live or not. They just
Yeah.
go, and that's how they transport.
Oh, they're alive.
Yeah,
the snakes.
yeah.
So they're
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So imagine that you get your drugs and you just got to kill this
You
snake.
got to kill the snake to get it. Yeah. No, it's fucked.
Yeah, because I read about it, and then I read that there was like drugs involved and stuff too, and I'm like, man, who is this guy? Like thinking it was all that one guy, and he was like smashing the business side of things. I'm like, yeah, just thinking because he's got all the drug money. And
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's not even him, then yeah, it's pretty crazy. Good on him.
I'd definitely be a drug dealer.
You
If I
would.
could. Yeah, fucking
What?
fucking oath.
If I had all those
It'd be
lions.
so good.
What is it?
Yeah.
Tigers, yeah.
Yeah.
Protect you.
Fucking oath. Have my own zoo and shit.
You seen Tyson wrestling with his
Lion?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, what a nut. It's insane. Oh. Oh, no, dude, I
man.
saw that. That was,
Why'd you remind me of that?
I didn't even show my missus. I was
Oh,
like,
that
dude,
was-
you posted it.
Yeah,
you
I
fucking
know.
freak.
There were a few people that weren't too happy with me. So, for everyone at home, there's this Instagram page. What's it called? Mental Nature or something? Real Nature or something like that. And this guy got attacked by a bear. And bears actually, when they attack you, apparently, they just start eating you. Like they just, they rip you apart. They're just eating you.
They don't try and like
Yeah,
take
they
you
don't try
out
and kill
first.
you
Yeah.
and just hold you.
They just-
They'll just keep
They're that
trying to
strong,
kill you.
they don't even need to kill
Yeah,
you
they don't
first.
care. And this guy was getting attacked by the bear, and the bear just demolished his face, like caved it in a bit, like dug in there with his little bear
I thought he's
claws
dead. His
and
face was hanging off like this.
Yeah, like,
and then
well, I think now
there's the photo.
looking at the reconstruction, because the reconstruction was amazing.
Yeah.
Like his face got fixed up,
Yeah.
but his face was like hanging off.
Yeah.
This way.
oh man, you can see like the split at the top
Yeah,
as well.
and he's
It was like, oh.
talking.
Yeah.
Like he's talking and his face is hanging off. You can see a bit of an eyeball up here, and he's talking, and they're like, oh,
But like I saw the photo because you can just see the photo, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, this guy's like dead. Why are you showing me this?
Yeah,
idiot?
yeah.
And then the next you slide across, and then he's like that,
And
just
it's-
talking.
yeah.
Like,
It's like,
have you
how
seen
is
it?
that
Did you
even-
see it? Oh
how
my
is that
God.
happening?
dude, that was
Fucking
that was
phenomenal.
crazy, man.
Yeah, fucking.
What were they doing? They were hunting.
I'm not. I can't.
Yeah, it was like a it was a snow thing.
Yeah, right. And then his son came and saved him. Like
Yeah,
shot it or
him.
something.
See what I thought.
I
Without,
reckon I would have shot the guy to put him out of his misery.
just yeah.
But what a terrible
yeah,
decision
true.
that would have been. You
Yeah,
know
and
what
he
I mean?
came
Because
good,
he
yeah,
came good,
didn't he? Yeah.
and he looks all right. Like he's
Yeah.
just stitched
I
up.
would have
He looks
freaked
all
out
good.
and just gone, yeah, no,
As in,
kill
like,
him. Yeah,
being
oh
the
my God.
surgeon trying to.
He was talking.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. You
No,
can see
mate,
like
think
his
about the
teeth,
pain.
his jaw back there, and like back and
But the pain you'd be in.
Oh.
Like, you know, you get like a cut and it's like, you know,
Ow.
a gash or something.
Yeah.
And it's like that.
you
fucking
and he
hurts,
wouldn't have
you
been able to see either. Like
know?
it would
dude.
just would have
Yeah,
been
one eye
like that.
would've- Oh.
But yeah, that was crazy.
All right, let's stop talking about that.
Yeah, so it's making me feel sick.
Freaking me out. Yeah.
How's all the live workouts and shit going?
Good, man.
I
Good.
didn't do last night. I had a beer.
I'm sore. I'm
Yeah.
sore as.
Yeah.
I've been doing like 3 sessions a day to try and deliver the content. So I was feeling it today. So we did one workout before this, and then we're going to do another after. Just give me a rest and a feed. But I'll
Sounds good.
rest day tomorrow, man, because, yeah, just can't go at the rate. that
I'm pumped.
going.
I'm super pumped about what we were just talking about then with all the new stuff.
What's that?
I probably shouldn't say what we're doing like with online
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, keeping it
That's
fresh.
exciting, mate,
There's
yeah.
new stuff coming.
There's new
Follow
stuff.
Brother Boxing.
It's all happening. The
That's gonna be-
one-stop shop.
That is that's
Yeah.
definitely going to be.
Nah, it's going good. Yeah.
I think it's important in times like this to keep new stuff, keep
Yeah,
it going.
definitely, yeah.
Like people will be struggling everywhere.
Oh,
Like, 'cause,
100%.
yeah, like I think feeling like this, you just want to go for a walk, or you just want to go down to the beach just
Yeah.
for a walk to clear your head, but you can't
Yeah.
right now. So
But it's
I think-
like you spend, after spending that much time at home, right? So like you were saying, walk in the morning, walk in the arvo, but there's still so much time.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, I guess like after a while, you just get to the point where it's just like anything's good.
Mm.
You know, anything. Even if we've started like FaceTiming, like
Yep.
my family and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like so that they can see Violet, my daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, like just little things like that. It's just like, oh, okay, well, we'll spend the next like hour FaceTiming people and just catching up and
Yep.
stuff like that. It just breaks up your day. And I think like the workouts break up people's day and also, you know, make them feel good. But then even like the community side of things, like people are in contact with their friends from the gym still. And, you know, we're getting new people on board. We've got a couple new people on board and stuff, and sort of there,
Yeah.
you know, getting to know the community and what we're
physical
doing.
health is important, but I think mental health is just as important in
Oh,
these
100%.
kind of.
Well, they all
times.
work together, yeah. So if you're not training, or I find if I'm not training, I feel I have less energy. My mood isn't as good. And same as nutrition. Like if I'm not looking after my nutrition,
Yep.
then I'm just
Grumpy
on a
fuck.
freaking, you know,
Yep,
I'm just
me
sort
too.
of putting along, just,
Yep.
you know. But then when I'm eating well, I'll eat well, smash like when I was training 2 sessions a week. 2 sessions.
2 sessions a
Smashing
week.
it. 2 sessions a day, stuff like that. And then feeling the best I've felt while doing all that training and still, and then performing more for the gym and business and that side of things. Like, you know, the harder I go with all that and the stricter I am with my eating, like it all correlates and I can pump out like awesome work, you know, for the gym and then go home and be a good partner as well because I've got the energy and
Fucking oath.
man, when I'm not doing that, when I'm not training like hard and my nutrition isn't on point, I go home and I'm stuffed. And then, you know, I just end up being a shit partner. 'cause I'm
Yeah,
just like,
fucking
yeah, I
oath.
gotta go to sleep now. Yeah, but when I'm on, I'm on. So yeah, it's good to sort of, I guess, keep that and doing these online workouts, like filming and all that sort of thing has kept me going. Like, it's forced me to like,
you've
hey,
done
I need to
shitloads
do
of
this
filming.
for the brother boxing community. And you know, that's what I'm looking at, you know, when I'm doing it. That's what's fresh in my brain. And then that gets me through the workout. And then once I've smashed the workout, like I've done like, I don't know how many workouts I've done this week, but it's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's definitely helped a lot, man. So
Could be. I started watching. What's that show? Battle Robots. Have you seen that shit?
where they're in the,
They
yeah,
build
my
the
little brother
robots.
watches it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Got they've got some cool names, and the basic ones are like they've got a hammer, or they've got a flipper, or one's got a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like, and then you've got Kenny Florian is an
Yeah, he is,
ex-UFC fighter.
yeah.
He's commentating it, and he makes it sound like a real fight.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. I think we should start doing more shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get like cockroaches in so fight each other or something. That'd be funny as.
Shit, yeah.
That'd
We
be
should
awesome.
try and come up with like, I don't know, yeah, something we can do online.
Oh, the ideas will come.
Yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
awesome.
Well, we're already going to do the live watch parties. So, you know, if you're keen to get involved with that, we're going to be doing live watch parties, old boxing matches. Basically, we'll put up the, you know, a few fights and you can pick, you know, or vote for what fight we should watch together. And then, yeah, just watch some punch-ons and you know, talk some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to do the question thing for you.
Oh, yes.
So
We
my
missed
audience
that
can know-
last episode.
Can know who you are. You ready?
I'm
You sure you want me to do this?
Ready? Just my questions. not yours. You don't make them up.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Let's go. You got to start me off easy.
Where did your why boxing? Why boxing?
Boxing. All right. Well, I started kickboxing
Bullshit.
and I thought this sucks. No. Oh well, yeah. Growing up was always like Jet Li, you know, Bruce Lee, all
one.
the, you know, Ninja Turtles, and and then yeah, I just liked the idea of It was the idea I had in my head. Me and my brother used to say, like, you know, you should turn ourselves into weapons. Yeah, like our
yeah.
whole body is a weapon. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then that's why we started kickboxing. You know, kicking, punching, and then yeah, and then I started doing some boxing sparring.
Yep.
And yeah, just fell in love with, I guess, trying to solve the puzzle of like someone being better than me at boxing with their hands, trying to use only my hands to like overcome, well, not my hands, but move my head and stuff like that. But, you know, I had to sort of, fine tune my boxing. I just like that idea that, you know, as much as like I couldn't make up for it with kicks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't go, right, I'll just keep them away with my kicks. It's like if I need to keep them away, I can
You're
only
better
use
at
my
boxing
hands and
than
my
you
footwork.
kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I made it, you know, made me, especially starting out, not being very technical
Yeah.
at the start. Yeah, it helped me sort of, get it a bit more sharp.
Yeah,
and,
sick.
yeah. I don't know, just loved it. And then
Yeah.
I still did the kickboxing classes.
But you're shit at it.
But yeah, I was shit. And then then I did. I had to play around with MMA. So I did Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and that was fun. But I did like I don't know, about 3 months of jiu-jitsu, and I loved it. Three times a week, I was like, "Yep, this is sick."
Yeah.
And then I just started getting sort of slowly bored.
It's fucking cool in jiu-jitsu when you get something. When you know what I mean? You actually get something
Well,
sick.
I've watched that much UFC. Like I've watched like flat out. Like I know it's different, but I was just doing the no-gi or whatever.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden we're learning stuff that I see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I'm like, I've seen this a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then it gets explained to you properly.
Yeah.
And then you like
Like
actually
just
know
did
how to
Kimura
do it.
or something.
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah. Shit, yeah.
Fucking oath.
But I did this dumb thing, man. I didn't know, because I didn't know what I was doing, right? Fresh, right? And then I'm what is it? What do they call it? Rolling. I was rolling with this guy, and he was on top. Is he on top of me? Yeah, he was on top of me, and so I've like locked up behind his head and tried to keep him close to my chest, like while I tried to like move my hips. And he's just done the can opener where he's just like put his elbow like right
Push
on my
across
jaw.
you.
Which one? I think it's this side.
Yeah.
This side, yeah. So he's put it right on my freaking jaw, and I didn't know what to do. So I was holding on.
Yeah.
He's pushing like this, and
You're
I'm
making
just
it
like,
worse.
"Argh," this is pushing on my jaw.
yeah.
And then the coach comes past and goes, "Let go, you idiot."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh," and I let go. I was like, "Oh, okay." That's all
Yeah.
He fucking bent my jaw. Like I still got it. Like
Shit.
this sort of bit like sort of points this way. Yeah.
Got you with the old can opener. Yeah, right.
Can't open my jaw, man. Yeah. Anyway.
Fuck.
But got over that, and then I was doing kickboxing or the Muay Thai, and I was loving that. I started to finally get my head around like a bit more of a kickboxing style, and then just sort of like ended up just trying to check kicks and box.
Yeah.
And then trying to avoid getting kicked in the legs and stuff because I didn't want all I
'Cause it
wanted to do
sucks.
was boxing.
Yeah.
And then but then I do really well. I got good at doing just that and trying to box. And then but then at the end of the session they do like you just got to stand there like that, and then they just kick
Couple
the
of-
fuck
yeah,
in your
yeah,
legs.
yeah.
I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
And then as soon as that membership was up, I went to Beast. Got back into my boxing.
Boxing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
been good.
Favourite board game?
Hey.
Favourite board game?
Fuck, favourite board game. Monopoly, man.
I just
over.
played Monopoly with the missus. We've got the card one. You got the card, and she fucking beat me. Could not
What is it?
believe it.
What's the
It's got
card?
you've got a bank card.
Yeah.
And it's got a little thing in the middle. Instead of
yeah.
having cash, you just tap all the cards and
that's
shit.
cool.
Yeah, and then every time you go around, the rent goes up on each property.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. It's
Yeah.
done within 15 minutes, I reckon,
full on.
instead of 3 hours.
Yeah.
And mass war.
That's pretty cool.
She killed me.
Nah.
She does. Next question. First gay experience?
First gay experience. As soon as you came to the gym, mate. No. My mate were on the train, and for some reason he just
Oh, we're actually
went
going through
to
a
say
gay
goodbye.
experience.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He just like grabbed my head and just like kissed me on the face, like on the lips,
Yeah.
and he's just like catch. And it was just like, what the was that?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
we were just like 17. I don't know. Still good mates with him, Angie P.
Like good mates or,
legend.
like good mates?
Real good.
Real
No.
good.
No, we're good mates. Like, yeah,
That's sick.
he's fiancé. We're not gay. I have a child.
How long's Brother Boxing been open for?
We've been, I guess, properly about 4 or 5 years. But it was me and a mate, Sammy. We, started off just like doing a couple of classes. I was training some guys, he was training some guys. So we just brought them
Went from
together.
there.
And then we're just, sort of just doing a couple of classes. And then, we started to pick it up a bit. And we gave it a name and all that sort of thing.
How did you come up with Brother Boxing?
Well, it was just me and him. So it was-
Yeah.
we we're just like
Fuck.
thinking of names.
Bro,
And it was, he was just like, let's call it Brother Boxing. And
Yeah.
I was just like, it was kind of like a funny, sort of,
Yeah.
But
And
then it
it's
just got to the
become
point where I'm
something
just like, look, that's probably the best out of all the names
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
got.
yeah.
So, so we went with it, and then he got a promotion or whatever, and just things got a bit hard at work for him to keep up with this.
Yep.
And then so he left, and then that's when I started to sort of put more time and energy into it, and got registered the business name, did it properly.
Yeah, sick.
And then and then we've been in this, so we were in a shared space for 4 years, and now this 1 year and a half. So
man. Any future plans for Brother Boxing? Where do you see Brother Boxing? Take coronavirus out of it. Where do you see Brother Boxing in 2 years?
2 years. Potentially see how all this goes. But bigger space, definitely. It's always, been what I've wanted.
Hey,
this has been
another
great
question actually.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself going pro boxing?
Me?
Yes.
Myself?
You personally, Jack.
Oh man, like I was I was gonna just see how we go with the amateur and get a few more fights in and stuff, and then I was feeling sharp.
Yeah.
So but I got to get in the ring, man, and do a couple more amateurs, I reckon, and then look at doing that. But I could go pro, I think, within like a year.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it something you want to do?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's be a good experience. I don't have I've never had the ambition to even become Vic champ or anything in amateur boxing. It's never been I want to see how far I can go with it. It's always just been a challenge for myself, just one fight at a time.
Yep.
And obviously different styles.
Well, being a business owner and shit, it's hard.
Yeah, but then that too, it's it'd be good for business if I did go pro and get a few pro fights in. But having my own business makes it a bit harder. But man, I tell you what, when I trained up that last time, we've just got, given the word that all the events are cancelled and stuff. Man, I've never gone into a fight camp so fit already. So not overworked or nothing like that, just body was ready to go. And then just having complete control over everything that I did. So it was I choose when I do this and that, and at the start I felt like it was a negative, but I turned it into a positive and just showed some discipline and just structured it how I'd sort of want to do it and the best I can do it at this stage. And man, I had 3 weeks to go. I could have just rested and just gone. Yeah. I was ready.
Felt good.
3 weeks.
I reckon young Craig would suit pro boxing eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe just had a few more amateurs and everything. His style seems to really, I think amateur boxing, I think there's a lot more to it. There's a lot of things you can do to points win. I don't think people go for knockouts in amateur boxing. You know what I mean? They just sometimes they happen. You know what I mean? But pro boxing, it's I mean, you're punching on. I reckon I definitely reckon Craig's style eventually will suit that. Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah, I think give him he hasn't been boxing for very long. Yeah, he's only been boxing for about three and a half.
And what weight did he fight at?
68. He was
68.
So
light. And that's he doesn't cut anything, does he?
No.
So you imagine him. He walks around that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So you imagine him at 63 and a half.
Yeah.
He
can drop down. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be insane.
Yeah, because if he has that
punch as hard as fuck, he's fit as you know what I mean?
Because he's got the muscle. He doesn't have a lot of fat on his body, so he can cut the water and all that really well, drop right down, and then just put it back on.
Insane.
He'd be a machine at
I think that's definitely something we should consider quick, for the future. And how old is he? 22 or something?
21, 22. Yeah.
Fucking do that, Craig.
He's just a boy.
Do it.
Do it, Craig. Get in there, mate. Get in there.
What else we got to talk about?
But I would go pro. I would like to. But we just sort of got to, take it, I guess, each step at a time. And then even still, going pro, it's how many pro fights do I want to have? I don't know. I don't have.
I think even having one to feel there's fighting at
no
say,
head guard, just
and
better
then,
crowd,
and there's just more pump up, more hype.
Yeah.
You know, in amateurs they're sort of right. Let's go next one. Whereas
true.
Pros, it's fucking now he's fighting and they build it up and they
Yeah.
interview and they go,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
It's
would
more
be
hype,
cool.
more craziness. I
And
think
that's
it'd be a
the
sick
thing,
idea.
man. Like, and I think that, you know, it's all about mindset, really. Like, well, obviously skills, but you know, my mindset has been, because I've put so much into brother boxing and what we're doing here, that my own training and that has suffered for it, and then therefore my mentality around my own training has changed. But then as soon as I started training, and you know, I went down to Big Ben's. Shout out to Big Ben's Boxing.
I
in
trained there
Carrum
as well.
Downs. Yeah,
I trained there before Beast. I went to Big Ben's.
Benny's
then
a
I went to Kimakai, and then I went to Beast after that.
yeah. Kimakai and Chelsea Heights.
Yeah. I was training at Ben's and I loved it, but I just wanted to kick the bag.
Yeah.
I just felt weird just boxing.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kick it. But yeah. Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, no, he's a gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got some good boxes there, and I sparred with a really sharp dude, yeah, just felt really good. Like he got the better of the last round and stuff like that, but it was just good. He was like a former, what was it, Commonwealth silver medalist.
Yep.
So he's like, you know, and I remember training with him years ago at Ben's, and yeah, he was a gun back then. He's a gun now.
Yep.
And just sort of like, yeah, just the confidence that, like, you know, what I have been working on has been, like, I know myself, I think, better than a lot of my coaches have in the past, in terms of, like, well, not necessarily, but, like, you know, I know where my flaws are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've just sort of reined it in and tried to sharpen everything up and work on, like, you know, the fundamentals and yeah, it's just given me this confidence to go, right, you know what, like, I could, you know, do good rounds with like some, you know, pretty decent blokes.
Hard thing with, I think, yeah, the thing with training yourself is you got no one but yourself to hold you accountable for what you've done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't, like, just having a trainer say, we're ready. That to me is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, I'm like, sweet, I'm good. You know what I mean? Everything else is just in my mind. I could be the unfittest I've ever been. But
Yeah.
if a coach says to me,
Yeah.
you ready to go? Sweet. No
Yeah.
worries, I'm ready to go. But then when no one's there and I've just got to do that myself, I was like, fuck, maybe I'm not ready.
The
Maybe-
thoughts.
Yeah. I think that's a tough hurdle to overcome.
Yeah.
People that are self-managed and
Yeah.
self-trained, fucking
Yeah.
take my hat off.
Yeah, I had to get myself a heart rate monitor just to make sure that
you're
like,
working.
Yeah, and my thing was I got to post it. If I didn't post it, didn't happen. So I was like creating like a few like things to keep me accountable and
Yep.
stuff like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I always, you know, if that wasn't something new and fresh, then I'd probably slack off with
Yeah.
it. You know.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, like, when you said, you know, when your coach says, "Are you ready?" Like, it's crazy how like just some words
Yeah.
can change,
Make you make you
everything.
feel. Yeah.
I remember Andre in my corner. He'd say, "Just another day in the office.
Yeah.
just another day at the gym." And it's just like, yeah. And he's like, "Give me some water." It's like all of a sudden,
Cool, calm,
I go from
collected.
like I was like, "Oh shit," you know, here we go,
Freaking
we're
out.
on.
Yeah.
Well, not freaking out, but like, just like, you know, here it is. Here's
Yep.
the moment, right?
Yep.
And then he's going, like, yeah, just another day in the gym, mate.
Yeah.
And he gives me the water, and I'm like, it is. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing the
It's just
exact
like
same
sparring.
thing. Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. Just going to try and take his head off that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
And I don't know. Yeah, just little things are really good.
Mm.
But yeah, I take my hat off to the guys like was it Ferguson that was trained himself, or someone in the UFC was self-trained and did really well, and then they got a coach.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
That wouldn't surprise me if it was
I
Ferguson.
think it was
Someone that doesn't spar
yeah.
and gets that far. Like, that is ridiculous.
Insane.
It makes me feel like a bitch.
Yeah.
Whenever I've had any excuses in my head, like, oh, maybe I didn't spar enough. Maybe I didn't do enough body conditioning. He
Yeah.
doesn't spar. He
all.
doesn't practice fight for a
Yeah.
fight.
He goes in there and just
Oh,
mate, the mentality
That
you
is
have
an
to
animal.
have to be able to go in there with confidence.
yeah.
Like, what about like your timing and stuff
Yeah.
like that? Like,
Oh.
that's what
Oh,
that
fuck.
takes me a while to get, like, my timing back. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I get in there I'll just be like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
nothing's, I'm getting timed, and then like after doing the rounds, do I start to feel a bit better? Yeah. Oh, that's nuts, man.
Fucking nice.
Oh, any other questions, mate, or not?
Favorite fighter?
Favorite fight? What?
Anything.
Favorite?
Don't say me. Say someone else. Say someone else.
Mate, you're at the bottom of it. I mean, favorite of all time, like who I got into the most ever, I think was Rampage Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was fucking.
Tell you what I love at the minute, like recently, is that Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia,
That
yeah.
dude is a weapon.
He's fast,
man.
man.
He is
Yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah.
And he's cool as fuck, Like he walks around just like he's top shit.
Yeah,
Even
he's
training at
sure.
home, he looks like a gun.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I love that guy at the minute. He's
Awesome.
sick.
And he's training with Canelo, man.
Yep.
I'm always pinching like little drills off Team
oath.
Canelo.
Fucking oath.
They've, they just drill.
Yeah.
Everything that they do, it's just on repeat, man.
Who do you think would win out of Ryan and what's that other little dude? Tank.
Tank?
Floyd Mayweather's fighter.
Yeah, Javante
Javante Davis. That's it.
I think Tank.
reckon?
Tank, yeah. I don't know. Well,
I think as long as I think he's an incredible fighter.
Because what's his name? Garcia, he can catch you on the chin.
Yeah.
And, put you away.
I think like he's got like they always say timing beats speed, but
Yeah.
I think his speed is just that further
Too
bit forward.
fast.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Forward.
And catching, but then landing a clean shot.
As long
that
as he just
fast as
doesn't
well.
like let his. It's stupid me commenting on his style, but I think the only way Tank catches him if his chin is just that little bit up and he just comes over the top,
I think it's anyone's game, really. But
Yeah.
if I was to put my house on it, I'd probably put my money on Tank. I just think he's got much more power. I think that he's fought higher level.
Well, he definitely
opponents.
has, hasn't he? Yeah, he
And
definitely has. Been around longer, hasn't he?
yeah, I think he's been around for longer too. And Garcia, so far, like, who's he fought really?
Just that last one was. No, I'm not really sure
I
who it
don't,
was, but
another no name sort of
Yeah.
bloke. But they're smart. They build him up really well. Yeah, there was that. I'm nothing against Garcia, and he's fighting. I love watching him. He's great. But you got to stay real. Do you know what I mean? You got to keep it real, and that's what we do. No.
yeah,
But yeah, he had that fight against someone, and then it got the guy got arrested or something on the way there. Anyway, and then he got offered this fight against this guy Juno, and then he declined it because he wanted more money because it's a different opponent, higher level or whatever. Anyway, and they didn't want to give him the money, so he stood down and said, "No, I won't fight then."
Yep.
And which is fair enough. And then they booked him in with this Juno guy, right? And he came out saying, this little press conference saying, they've been saying that I've been trying to duck Juno. It's just like, who the fuck is Juno?
Yeah.
No one's saying you're ducking Juno.
No one
like-
knows who it is.
But if you put that out there,
Yeah.
it makes people think that there are people
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
that are
Fuck, who's this
commenting,
Juno
going,
guy?
"You should fight this guy."
Yeah.
You're not the man until you fight this guy.
Yeah.
because that's what they do with all the high level guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he's basically like putting it out there that like Juno's got a name and he's a worthy opponent. And then he went out there and just flogged him. And it's just like, yeah. So they've played it very, very smart, I think. Yeah. It's very clever. I think. But I'd like to see first Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Devin
Not going to
Haney?
pretend I know who Devin Haney is.
Dude, go and look him up.
Yeah.
You should see his sparring, man. He gets people in, like, the camp or whatever.
Yeah.
Blokes come and spar him, and he just, he lights them up, man.
Tell you
and
a
he
local.
talks to them, though.
Yeah.
He bullies them.
Yeah.
He makes them feel like a piece of shit.
Yep.
And then at the end, he's like, good work, man. Like,
Yep.
you got to, if you want to roll with the big boys, you gotta freaking
There's a local matchup I'd love to see. Kane Clark versus Hunter.
Hunter.
Ioane, or I think his last name is.
Yeah.
Hunter,
From Stand Up.
Stand Up Fitness, yeah.
Are they the same weight?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think Hunter can go lighter.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
pretty sure they're the
Kane's
same
lower.
weight. Yeah.
Kane's lower.
Kane is 63, I'm pretty sure. And Hunter has gone from 63 and lower to 61, I think.
Yeah.
But those two in a fight
I was
would be
going to say,
sick.
I would have thought Kane would be way bigger.
No,
He
well,
just
he's
looks
short. He's
solid,
short, but he's solid as
So I've
we
never,
fought.
met him
I
in
fought
person.
Kane kickboxing. He stopped me in the third round, I think.
Did ya?
With a body shot. Yeah.
You fought Kane?
Yeah, I fought
See, I haven't
Kane.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Was he undefeated in kickboxing?
The night before the night before that fight, my partner at the time told me that she was pregnant.
I remember you saying you told me this.
Yeah, yeah. And, like, we weren't planning on it, but if it made a mental, I wish we weren't fighting, and I could have dealt with it a bit better. But yeah, that was it. Yeah, it is what it is.
That's not what you want.
Yeah, Kane's a phenomenal fighter, very explosive.
Yeah.
A phenomenal athlete, really
Yeah.
good athlete,
Yeah.
and
He's
a
got
great
the
bloke
legs,
outside the
man.
ring. as
Like
well.
for when he's boxing, just he covers distance so well, and then so he's in and out.
Yep.
Who did I see him fight? His last fight, he won. It was against a bloke that was like, oh no, I'm thinking someone else. No, it wasn't Kane. But yeah, I've seen a few of Kane's fights, his boxing matches. I haven't seen his kickboxing though. Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's a good
was
boxer.
he was a phenomenal kickboxer and an awesome boxer as well. Just thinking there was another matchup I wanted to see as well.
I want to see E-Man and Zarafa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
like
that's
to
what
see
I
that.
thought would happen. But again, I don't know anything about boxing, but
Yeah.
that's what I thought would happen after E-Man and Wes Cupper.
Yep.
I thought either one of those two would get. Fuck, that was a close fight too.
Yeah,
E-Man and Wes.
yeah,
That was. I was waiting for the result. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
who won.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I don't know nothing about the boxing scoring, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I had
won?
E-Man up.
Yep.
But I'm like, he's my boy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'll be backing him, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, yeah, you never know, like, if you...
Gutted he didn't get
watching-
that Tim Tszyu fight back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah,
That was supposed to
would have
happen.
been interesting too, man.
They obviously hooked it up thinking E-Man's a no one, and then I think they looked at E-Man's fights and thought,
was
oh,
like,
shit,
hang
this
on a
is
minute."
risky.
Yeah.
And then they pulled
High
it
risk,
out of
low
him.
reward at that stage. Like, yeah, because
I
they were
agree.
both so, early on,
Yeah.
early days. Mate, I need this drink.
I got emotional over that. I was so pissed.
Oh,
'Cause
about
I thought,
the-
this is the
pulling
one.
out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is it.
Oh, for him to take off.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Because I thought, he would definitely get it. But oh well.
What do you do? Yeah, no,
Is
I'd
what it
like
is.
Zarafa. He's a gunman. Like he's everyone that's seen him sparring and stuff is just like, man, he doesn't get touched. Like he's real good. So yeah, I'd like to see like E-Man in there with a high level.
Wouldn't mind seeing E-Man and Joel Camilleri.
Yeah, they're mates, aren't they?
Yeah. Actually, wouldn't mind seeing
Friendly
E-Man
bash.
and Tej Singh.
Tej Singh, yeah.
Yeah, and another one who is everyone needs to keep their eyes open for is Campbell Somerville.
Yeah, first fight, mate. That's
He
really
is he is a tank there.
Yeah,
Right. That's like he's got that amateur boxing style with that punch on style. Like
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
throw-
he's dangerous.
Throw bombs, man. And
Yeah.
he's got that like, if there's anything that like is the hardest to deal with, I reckon, is someone that's like that long, like tall, but fast,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and,
Oh.
and hits hard like that.
Benny Mahoney
Yeah.
versus E-Man. Pooh.
Yeah, good
Pooh.
one. Is he heavier though, Mahoney?
I think they were at the same weight at one point. I don't
Yeah.
know, but the thing with like Benny Mahoney fight anyone.
Yeah.
Benny Mahoney doesn't give a fuck. Like he is.
Was he a kickboxer?
Yeah, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Like a phenomenal Muay Thai fighter. Like
Yeah.
A grade.
Yeah.
The best. So like I think he only had like 2 losses on his record or something.
Full on. How many
He
wins?
fought I remember he fought a 4-man on a show called Eruption in Queensland, and he knocked 2 of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. So he won. Oh no, it must have been an 8-man or something like that. Because he knocked 2 of them out, and he won the whole thing. Fought Corey Smith.
Yeah.
He knocked Corey Smith out down here.
Full on.
I can't remember a local boy in Queensland. He knocked him out, and then he fought George Mann. George Mann is generally a 65 kilo fighter. The tallest dude you've ever seen in your life, like crazy tall. And he's Scottish, and I think he just beat him on points.
Yeah.
But,
What's his name? Ben Mahoney.
Ben
beat him?
Mahoney, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like not a fear, but it's just like if I was to, I'd rather a short, explosive like nugget.
Yep.
Than a long, explosive like.
He's explosive.
Yeah.
There was some footage of him sparring Mundine.
Who's that?
Benny Mahoney.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Gun.
Fuck,
Yeah.
gun.
I saw
Like
him
gun.
on the who was it? Was it Monday? And John Wayne Park. Yeah. He fought he was the co-main event.
He got his IBO title.
Yeah. That was like the best fight of the night.
Yeah.
I thought, oh well, it was the main event.
Long and rangy, and hits like a train.
Yeah, he was clever. There was a couple of like,
If
he was
him-
open in a few spots.
Yeah.
And it was like, ooh, but it was just, he just pulled it together and
If Benny versus E-Man happens, that will be guaranteed.
yeah.
Mark
Huge.
my words. It will
Melbourne
be
versus or,
the fight of the year. It'll be a phenomenal fight.
Because where are they? They're out in New South
Queensland.
Wales.
He's out
Queensland?
at Boonchu Gym. John
Ah,
Wayne Parr's gym.
True. I thought that was New
Yeah.
South Wales.
If that happens, it's fireworks.
Pretty unreal. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Absolute
there's some good
fireworks.
matchups, I think, in Aussie boxing. But again, my personal opinion is, that they should sort of look to fight some, overseas guys. But everyone's just looking for that big
Yeah.
overseas fight,
Yeah.
the money-making
Yep.
fight.
That's what I get so gutted about. Like, we could make the big money fights here.
Yeah.
Like, we could. And I'm not saying it's all the promoter's fault. It's not.
Yeah.
But if we, I don't know, like, obviously, you're not going to get the same amount of money as you do in the US, but
Yeah.
you could get more. Like, we could make
Yeah.
something of it.
100%.
It's just, I don't think we're really grasping.
I think you got to work
Combat
hard
sports.
too, man. Like if you look at a Floyd Mayweather's early career, who's Errol Spence, right now, or bit early on, when they start fighting, they go bang, bang, bang. They just try and
Yeah.
smash out like a whole bunch of them, build the hype. You're active, you're always out there. You're taking on then they're just like journeymen or whatever, but you're fighting these guys and you're building up your hype around you before you've even fought anyone decent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, until you've got the big fight,
Yep.
then you've got the platform.
Yep.
You should be building the platform like day one,
Yep.
first bout. You know what I mean? Like, like Campbell, perfect example. Came out.
He had
KO,
Commonwealth
was that
Games,
KO
didn't he?
finish?
I'm
or
pretty sure.
TKO? Yeah.
Pretty sure it's KO.
But
Second
KO
round.
finish, just smash this bloke and awesome. But then, you got to use that. Like, that's your platform.
Yep.
Right now, Campbell looks like he's going to take on the world.
Yeah.
So
Fucking oath.
start playing on that.
Yeah,
Start promoting that.
Yeah.
And it's hard when we don't have promoters to go, hey, I'm your manager or I'm your promoter. I'm going to promote you as an individual.
Yeah,
and
it made me so sad. Like, because again, we were touching on last convo. There was a fighter who was having an argument with everyone, as I do, and he was saying, "Oh, the way to do it is just put all your trust and faith in a promoter, and they'll take you to your fight."
yeah,
They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
If a promoter, if you're a top line fighter and they see a loyal fighter that's just going to follow you, they will keep you on their show.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
yeah,
there might be a few here and there
Yeah.
that get out, but they're not going to say, fucking, you're ready. I'll give you this contact, I'll give you this contact, and I'll boost you up. They'll be like,
Yep.
fight for me 5 times, I'll
Yep.
get you 1 fight overseas.
100%. I think that well, you know, if they're of value, or if your fighters of value, then you should be doing whatever you can to keep them on, either not on your promotion, but keep them happy. Do you know what I mean? Because there's plenty of promotions. So you could go from, you know, Power Play. You could go to Warriors Way. You could, you know, there's options, and you know, and then I guess if you are of value, then like promoters just want to, I guess, do their promotions. They make the most money doing their thing. But if they were to send a fighter to overseas or something like that, then it's a different promotion.
They're a bit caught up in promoting their own brand, being the show.
Yeah.
But I think it's up to fighters to realise that and promote your own brand.
Yeah,
Like, be flat out on your socials.
100%.
You look at some boxers now, like up their boxers, they are on their socials flat out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To promote themselves. People want to know what they're doing during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're a fighter and you're not on social media flat out, and I know you don't want to, think of it as a job.
Yeah.
I hate being on social media all the
100%.
time.
Yeah.
But I think of it like I have to post in the morning. Have
You
to
love it, mate. You love it.
Some things I love. Some things I love doing. I love
Yeah.
talking shit. But it's hard. There's a fighter in Queensland. His name's Chopsticks. Matthew, can't remember his last name, but I remember seeing something once. He was complaining because all these fighters are getting all these opportunities and I've beaten them and I'm not getting opportunities because they're promoting themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're promoting themselves flat out. They're
If no
talking,
one knows who you are, no one
then-
wants to see you
exactly.
fight.
No one cares.
enough to buy a
And
ticket.
it's sad to say that, but it's not just gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
Just winning fights isn't enough anymore. You know what I mean? It's you need to keep putting yourself out there and building your brand and doing new shit to build yourself.
Yeah,
not
it's a
gonna happen.
business. Like
Yep.
it's the fight business.
Yeah.
You know? So
Brand building.
you as a fighter, you're your own business, and you know what you put in, like you get out.
Yeah.
100%. Like you've obviously got to have the skills and
Yeah.
you know, have the capabilities.
Fucking oath.
But if you've got that, then go for it, man. Don't give a shit what anyone else says. Just do it, man. Yeah, I think what is it? It's like McGregor. McGregor came in, talked heaps of shit, built his brand, started a media company, started all these like different businesses,
Different little
off his
thing.
name.
Yeah.
But obviously he's a very
It's what Kevin
likeable-
Hart does as well.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's got his own supplement company.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what the
have you got
fuck?
him on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just always like you know,
insane.
just
Just
posting
adding
some
more
shit.
stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
He's good. Some of it's funny. Some of it's like, you know, trying to say something like inspirational and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's all content and it's all something that he's like, you know, he's adding value, whether
Yeah.
it be entertainment or whatever. His name's already massive. But like, if he had just stuck to, being a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
And
I
that's
think-
it.
Yeah. But he's built his brand. Now he's doing movies. He's doing this.
Fuck,
he's
I'd love
doing
to
that.
do a movie. I'd be a great actor, I reckon.
Oh, the karate
sure I
kid.
would.
The next karate
I'd love
kid.
to be a stunt double.
Blood sport.
Yeah. I'd be a kick-ass Jean-Claude Van Damme. I can't do splits like that.
Splits, yeah.
Yeah. How long have we gone for?
Oh, fucking ages, mate. Fucking ages. Oh,
Techie?
mate. Oi,
Does it say on the thing?
news, mate? John Jones.
Oh, arrested.
Got arrested 2 days ago.
Did
yeah.
you see the footage that got released?
No, but I didn't have time to watch it all. But was he staggering? Or
Yeah,
was he,
like they
so
gave
it's-
him so many chances
Yeah.
to go okay, and he fucked it up.
Couldn't do
he
it.
was fucked.
I'm gonna have to watch it all.
Yeah. I think what was he doing? Because they said something about a firearm. What
Yeah,
was he
he's-
driving around shooting off?
Nah, I think it was like he
He's
got done for having an open case. So
Oh,
you've
right.
got to have your firearm like locked away or like contained properly or whatever.
How many times do you have to fuck up? Seriously.
Yeah. But like, man, what do we expect from him? You know what I mean? That's what I sort of
Not
think.
that.
People, I reckon, like I read it and I was just like, like it's
Yeah.
just that's
I
Jones
saw,
doing Jones.
Thiago, whatever, Santos, and he said, we need a champ that's not going to keep fucking up. But how about him and Dominic Reyes fight for the title if he gets stripped? Because
Again.
obviously the UFC are gonna review it.
Yeah.
And he should get the title taken off him. I reckon. Honest to God.
Yeah,
I
gotta
think
be
if you're the champ, you got a certain thing you need to live up to, and getting arrested is not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At that level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Because I think at that
What are you doing?
people want to know what's going on.
And Ben
in your
Askren
life.
was saying, why doesn't he just hire a driver? Like, why
Yeah.
don't you just hire a driver?
Is he making a lot of money? Or
I reckon he would. He would have money.
because he's
Or just get a fucking Uber or something.
Yeah.
Like, don't be an idiot.
yeah, true. Just make normal decisions.
Yeah, don't go around fucking
Yeah.
shooting your gun off in the car. Crazy Western movie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, like, a lot of the fighters, they're fighters. They've come from a dodgy or hard background, hard life or whatever, and then, and then when something happens, everyone's like, oh my God, like, he's done this, or, oh, he shouldn't have done that. It's just like, yeah, but you can't expect, not saying, that's not all fighters, 100%, like, but, at the same time, you can't, like, expect, too
mate.
much from them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, but if you're at that level, and all eyes
You
are on
can't
you,
be
then
getting
all eyes
arrested.
are on you. Yeah, 100%.
You're a role model for so
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. It's like when what's his name? Habib, whatever, jumped out of the octagon.
Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah.
he when he jumped out of the ring or the thing, I was just like, yep, nah, shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have
Yeah,
done it.
shouldn't
I
have
was just
done
like,
that.
I was so I was just like, what an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
He's
How
won the
insane was
fight.
that?
Yeah, it was
That was so.
But then I was just sort of thinking, I'm like, like what do we expect?
Yeah.
Like in terms of, he's had McGregor like just grilling him.
Yeah.
Flat out.
He went too far.
He
in
went
that.
so far.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect like from a fighter?
Yeah.
Like, man, you talk that sort of shit to
Yeah.
anyone.
You could
And-
tell McGregor's shit talking wasn't like he wasn't normal. Like he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was going red in the face because he was trying so
I
hard.
reckon because he had a bit of
Yeah,
insecurity.
yeah,
about,
absolutely. Like he was shitting himself, I reckon, and it was looking good, but even his body didn't look too good.
Yeah, nah.
Like he
Well,
straight out of the gate, I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was saying, and I believe him, man. Like he was saying that he sort of, he was sort of open about like, when he was in the gym, it was very serious, and then when it was out of the gym, it was nothing to do with the fight. So he wasn't all in. Like he was all in when he was training, and then he was all out when he wasn't training. And then he was talking about going and doing all deals and like business stuff, and then just quickly calling his team and going, right, we're in, and they'll train for like a couple of sessions, and then boom, he disappears. It's like doesn't sound like much of a camp. But at the end of the day, it's his own fault.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what I mean? He's got no one else to blame but himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon because of all that, like if you haven't, one thing that gives you confidence is knowing that you've put in the work. Like if you haven't put in the work and you're going into a bout, then you're going to be like, well, concerned about your fitness, concerned about like your skill set, like whether it's like primed, and, so I reckon like, he was feeling a bit of that leading up to that one. But what do you do? Have you ever been like fully nervous leading up to a bout?
Man.
Do you get nervous?
There
Like,
was that fight. I get insanely nervous.
Yeah.
Insanely
all
nervous.
fights, even still?
Different nerves. I handle it differently. But the 4-man where I broke my arm,
Yeah.
the second fight, like my arm was broken.
Yeah.
The forearm was broken. I'm standing there and I was saying to myself, like, oh, fuck, I can't do this. I cannot do this. But as I'm saying that to myself, I'm walking forward.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking towards the ring.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do it?
Yeah.
But I still just kept walking forward.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, that's how the times changed. Like, back when I first started, I'd hear my name called out. And I'd be like, oh, God, I'm shitting myself.
Yeah.
Now I can feed off that and let it hype me up.
Yeah.
But that one time then, that was I didn't know. I was like, I couldn't compute what was going on.
Well,
Like,
you block a shot.
yeah.
With your
And I'm
arm
fucked.
and you're fucked.
Like I was fighting with no right arm against the best lightweight in Australia. Not
Who was
up
it
in
against?
River Dads. River Dads. And it's not. He's up there with the best. He is the best.
Yeah.
He's undefeated still. And he was the WMC Australian champion, MTA Victorian champion, Muay Thai Australia Victorian champion, which he won against me in our first fight. But yeah, so I've fighting the best, two of the best.
Yeah.
Ramesh Habib and River Daz
So
in
Ramesh
one
broke
night.
your
They
arm.
were 100% up there with the best in Australia.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking out in that second fight like, oh my God. But
So did you beat Ramesh?
I beat Ramesh in the first fight.
Full on.
I cut him with an elbow. He broke my forearm, and then I cut him with that elbow.
Yeah.
Big
it was a
cut
cut,
against his thing. Shout out to Ramesh too. Ramesh is a top bloke.
Yeah,
We're
what a
good
gun.
friends now.
He's scary.
He's scary.
He's
Try
scary.
getting kicked by him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, like, River's scary too, but,
Yeah.
like, if I was to...
River's not scary. You look
but
at River and
If
you
I was
think-
to look across at someone at the
Yeah.
other side of the ring...
And especially his nickname's the Headhunter.
Way scared. Yeah. He's coming to get you.
And then I broke my forearm. We went and got surgery, and then I fought again 4 months later against Ramesh.
Ramesh.
I fought him again straight after that.
Were you just in there just like...
Yeah, and
nursing
he beat me. He beat me the second time.
Yeah.
Just on points. But yeah, the nervous thing, you got to learn to deal with it in different ways. But
Yeah.
that was one fight I'll always remember the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I get my partner Caitlin. She asked me what my favourite item is in my whole fighting career, and it's just those wraps that I wore for those two fights. They're my favourite thing, because that is, I overcame some shit in that second
true.
fight. You know
It's
what I
got
mean?
some
Standing there like
sentimental value.
terrified of I'm about to go get knocked out by all these people, or I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? My arm's
Yeah.
gonna come through my skin or something.
oh.
My ulnar, for everyone listening, it wasn't my whole forearm snapped. It was just the ulnar.
there's two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the ulnar was snapped.
Just one of the bones.
Just one of the bones in there.
wasn't both.
Yeah, it was all good.
A bit soft, mate.
Walking out and then not being able to throw that thing, it was just fucked. I remember walking out too, and I couldn't even lift as they announced my name.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, and I couldn't lift this
lift your
arm, so I
left.
had to lift my left arm. Let's do it. And then getting ready to fight, I got it up there, and then it just stayed there the whole time. There was one time River
Did you
swept
block
me.
with it?
I just kept it in there. River kicked it.
Kicking it?
Heaps of times. Yeah, at least. He was all over me the whole fight. Just fucked me up.
Yeah.
He caught one of my kicks and he swept me. There's a mad picture of me midair, like holding on to
Just like
River's
this.
arm.
Yeah, you don't wanna put
I'm
down.
holding on to his arm because he swept me beautifully, and I was like this. My legs are up in the air, and I hit the ground and it vibrated through like the
Yeah.
shock. I nearly vomited in the ring.
Did
It
you,
was-
you went the whole distance?
yeah, we
didn't
went the
you?
distance.
Yeah, mate, good on
The
you.
fight is on the Warriors Way page
Yep.
of me and River. But it was insane. I just had nothing. And even Riv, we probably had the wrong game plan. I think River had a tough fight against Lee Fook. If you've heard of him
Yeah, I know,
before,
yeah.
he's scary. He
Yeah,
looks
he's the
fucking
one with
scary.
the- he
Mohawk,
had the mohawk,
he bad motherfucker, that
Yeah,
guy.
he looks like a
River beat him in the first fight, but Riv's legs got smashed up. Heaps of leg kicks, and we probably should have gone more leg kicks, but yeah, heat of the moment.
I guess you had your broken arm to
to worry about. Yeah. So, but yeah, as we were saying, the nervousness, that was an intense moment in my life.
Yeah.
Feeling that, but still just walking forward. My body wasn't listening to my head, and just walking forward and going to fight someone in the way I was feeling was
It's an
fucked.
interesting thing, like dealing with like nerves
Hmm.
and like it's emotions really. But I guess it's helped me do so much better in so many different aspects in life.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, there's nothing that in general life now that makes me nervous as such. Like financial, I'm not happy financially, but like I don't care.
You
Like
can do it,
I'll sleep in the car if I
You
have
can get
to.
on with the job.
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing worries me like that. That worried me.
Yeah.
That was like I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think putting yourself in those positions helps you in life.
Yeah. Well, you've got all these. You got to deal with the voice in your head. You got to deal with all the pressure. People are watching as well, and then you could get your head taken off.
Yeah.
And
By the
then-
headhunter.
Yeah. But then you got to like somehow just still like find some kind of like center and just do your thing. Because if you are too busy worrying about or like letting that or thinking about what you're worried about, then you're gonna box worse or you're gonna fight worse. Yeah.
Yep.
So I remember my first amateur we're in the car park. It was the sketchiest thing ever. I think it was the Fighters Factory or whatever.
Oh,
In
yeah.
a tiny little venue.
Yeah.
Right? It was just a gym.
Is that over in?
No.
I think I was there.
Berwick?
I reckon
Yeah.
I was there, but I reckon I just was that with Beast.
Yeah.
I think I just missed it.
Yeah, I think me, Ash, and is it Darren?
Darren, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
fought, right? So this is my first fight.
Hornet, Darren Horn.
Yeah, but I've literally, I thought it was an exhibition, so we trained hard that week as
Yeah.
well. So I'm already going in there thinking like, I'm gonna gas out because I've sparred the weekend.
Just gonna
before,
go for it, yep.
Did 3 rounds with some bloke from Fit Impact, and I gassed out in the last round. Yeah. So I knew I didn't have 3 rounds in me yet, and because we're still a couple of weeks away from the fight. Anyway, and then they're like, "Nah, it's an amateur." I'm like, "Oh fuck, we're here, let's do it."
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we're in the car park, so it's the sketchiest shit, warming up in the car park, and then Ash, who's had like 15 amateur bouts or something like that. I don't know how many he'd had at the time, but he was fighting as well, and he's in the car park sitting there just freaking out. He's looking around like trying to find who he's fighting.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I think that's the guy. Oh no. Oh, he's like wigging out, and I'm just like, dude, this is my first fight. What am I getting myself into? I was just like, I'm like, you'll be right, mate. You'll be right. I'm there like supporting him.
Yeah, he's had a couple.
I'm just thinking, I either like don't know what I'm in for, or like Anyway, went in there like still just I don't know. I think I wasn't like scared or anything. It was just kind of like, oh, here we go, it's happening, and I'm like, there's people watching. Do good. Like, you know, I boxed like shit, but like, but yeah, like there was a bit of nerves going into that one, and then the second one. Was in 2 weeks' time, so the one that we'd originally trained for.
Yep.
And then I cut down to 70, and then they said, "Oh, your opponent's at 74 kilos," and I'm like, "Fuck, all right." Like I'm fighting someone a bit heavier, but I'm like, "We'll do it anyway." And then we went and weighed in and all that, and then they gave me a different opponent, and he was apparently 75.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, after we fought, he fought at 82. In the experienced or expert or whatever titles, like for the state titles and all that sort of stuff. So he's 82, which is light heavyweight, so fucking 70 kilos. Yeah, and then when they introduced us, they were like, and weighing in at 72. And so they said I weighed 72 and said he weighed 74 and tried to close the gap a bit.
Oh, cheeky.
Anyway, the cunt was wearing a t-shirt like and everything, just like hiding like his body sort of thing. Mate, he was like this. I got it on my Instagram. You should get it. But it was just like, yeah, he was huge. Anyway, but I just like, because I lost the first one, I didn't win.
Yeah.
So I was just like, right, that's it. I want to kill this guy. So the whole time, and we're like waiting, and E-Man's like, oh, how you feeling? Like, because, I'm early days.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't got much experience.
Yeah.
And then he's like, He's like, "Oh, how you feeling?" I'm just like, I'm expecting like he's thinking like I should be feeling real nervous.
Yeah.
But all I had in my head was I don't care who it is. I
Yeah.
don't care how big he is. I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I was seeing photos of him. He looks jacked. I'm
Yeah.
like, give me him. Anyway, jumped in there and then didn't box my best, but boxed better than I did.
Yep.
And that was all good. And then the next time, man, literally, I was walking into the ring and I was just calm as ever.
Yep.
I was just like, I'm walking up the steps to the ring,
Yep.
and I was just like, holy shit, like, am I
So
even about
calm.
to have a fight? Like,
Yeah,
what's
right.
going on here?
Yeah.
And then I had to like fire myself up
Yeah,
a bit,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hang on, like,
Let's go.
let's get
Yeah.
ready. I was warm,
Yep.
but yeah, just like no nerves. It was like real, like weird, like eerie, sort of peaceful sort
Yep.
of walk to the ring. I was
Yeah.
like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I won that one. So
Yeah, that's good. That's
But,
sick. I could top that. I had this isn't me.
what
There's
the weight difference?
a fella. Yeah, the weight difference. It was a fighter called Johnny Christopoulos. Yeah, Johnny Christopoulos.
Did he come and train at Beast for a bit?
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah.
He weighed in for a fight on an old show ages ago. Looks at the guy, shaped up, take the photos, whatever. They get in the ring the next day. It's a completely different dude.
Was it?
They swapped the
They swapped
fighters.
guys.
They swapped the fighters
Yeah.
and tried to get them to fight.
Yeah.
And it was a completely different person.
And they fight?
I don't think so. I think they
So
they stopped it and
sketchy.
everyting. But how fucked is that?
Yeah,
like
is that
getting in the
that
ring is
pro?
like, what the fuck? It's a
Yeah,
completely
that's not
different
even
dude.
him. What's
He tried
going on here?
they tried to swap it over to different people.
So sketchy, man.
yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
That shit.
Even like at amateur level in boxing, there's some sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, some dodgy decisions, but then more like just who they're matching up with who and stuff. It's like if the promoters got their boys,
Yeah.
their boys get looked
Yeah,
after.
they get looked after. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's it, man.
How long are we going for?
Too long, mate. Too long.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
Fucking oath.
Thanks, Cindy.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Thanks for having me, mate. It's your show just as much as it is mine. I've just got the bigger screen.
Fuck.
He's just got the bigger belts. I should bring my belts, like my jeans belts. Just strap them over my shoulder. Awesome, guys.
Guess
See you in
we'll-
the next one, eh?
See you in the next one.